Jimmy Kimmel did not confront Karoline Leavitt face-to-face on live television. The verified exchange unfolded across a White House briefing, a presidential social media post, and Kimmel's next monologue. What made the response effective was not an invented shouting match. It was one comparison that turned Leavitt's accusation back toward the language used by the administration itself. The controversy began with Kimmel's parody of the White House correspondent.
Our First Lady Melania is here. Look at Melania, so beautiful. Mrs. Trump, you have a glow like an expectant widow. You know, Melania's birthday is on Sunday. That's right. She's planning to celebrate at home the same way she always does, looking out a window and whispering, "What have I done?" Well, then maybe someone should look into this psychic lady, too.
This speech tonight will be classic Donald J. Trump. It'll be funny. It'll be entertaining. There will be some shots fired tonight.
You know what?
Video, the president was simply joking. He was saying, we're doing such a great job. We're doing everything the American people thought. Maybe we should just keep rolling. But he was speaking facetiously.
A word he can neither spell nor define. He's joking. He's joking. He was joking. This kind of talk, it's disturbing even for him. So he left it to his lady chipmunk, Karoline Leavitt, to try to reel that one back in.
I believe you're referring to the president's interview at Reuters last night. I was in that interview. It was a closed-door interview.
Karoline Leavitt, his press secretary, the woman who keeps insisting Trump didn't draw this or sign this in 2003, she was 5 years old. She was too young, even for Jeffrey Epstein. Had to answer one of the weirdest questions a White House press secretary has ever been asked.
This morning, President Trump accused 6 Democratic lawmakers of seditious behavior punishable by death. Just to be clear, does the president want to execute members of Congress?
No.
Okay, that's...
Dinner on April 23, 2026. During the mock roast, he said Melania Trump had the glow of an expectant widow. 2 days later, an armed man attempted to attack President Trump at the actual correspondence dinner. The incident transformed a joke about the couple's age difference into a far more sensitive political dispute. Leavitt addressed the subject at the White House briefing on April 27th. She accused Kimmel of contributing to hateful and violent rhetoric and asked who would describe a wife as appearing happy about her husband's possible death. Her argument was that language from politicians and television personalities could help normalize hostility against Trump and his supporters. That concern deserved a serious response. Political violence is unacceptable, and public figures should consider how their words may sound after a traumatic event. But Kimmel disputed the meaning Leavitt assigned to his line. He explained that the joke had been recorded before the attack and referred to the age gap between Donald and Melania Trump, not to a desire for anyone's death. Then Kimmel produced the comparison that weakened Leavitt's case. Before the correspondence dinner, Leavitt had promoted the event by saying it would be funny, entertaining, and that there would be some shots fired tonight. In ordinary context, that phrase meant verbal attacks and jokes. Nobody reasonably treated it as an instruction to commit violence. Kimmel's point was that Leavitt expected figurative language to be understood generously when she used it, while interpreting his own joke in the most literal and damaging way possible. That did not prove Kimmel's original wording was tasteful. Viewers could still consider the line inappropriate, especially after the attack. The contradiction concerned interpretation. If Leavitt's shots fired comment was clearly metaphorical, then the administration needed stronger evidence before labeling Kimmel's age joke a call for assassination. Trump did not answer that distinction. On Truth Social, he described Kimmel's remark as far beyond the pale and demanded that Disney and ABC fire him immediately. Melania Trump also condemned the monologue, calling Kimmel a coward and urging ABC to take action. Kimmel responded that he opposed gun violence, understood that the attack had been frightening, and did not wish harm on the president or first lady. He also argued that Donald Trump, Melania Trump, Leavitt, and television hosts all possessed free speech rights. The appropriate response to offensive speech, he suggested, was more speech rather than presidential pressure on an employer. The dispute became more consequential the following day, when the Federal Communications Commission ordered an accelerated review of licenses held by 8 ABC-owned local stations. The FCC said the review concerned an existing investigation into possible unlawful discrimination connected to Disney's employment policies, not Kimmel's joke. Still, its timing immediately after Trump demanded Kimmel's firing raised concerns about political retaliation. Networks do not receive one national broadcast license, but local stations do require FCC approval. A president publicly demanding a critic's dismissal while a federal regulator examines the broadcaster's licenses creates a different issue from whether a joke succeeded.